Hey guys, I'm Alex Pierce, and today I'm going to show you an add-on that I created. This is the first add-on I've made, and it's definitely very beta, so keep that into account. But I have a friend of mine who wanted me to share this, and I thought, you know, if he thinks it's going to be useful and I find it very useful, then other people will too. So I figure I'll just share it, and then we'll figure out how to improve it. So first of all, you got to download it, and then go to Install under System Edit Preferences, and then find the AP Optimizer Python script, and then push Install Add-on, and then it should pop up here. It's under Object AP Optimizer. I did write it in 2.83.3, but it should work. It works on a lot of other versions so far, so that shouldn't be a problem. And then under the Scene tab, so you have Render, etc. Under the Scene tab, you get this AP Optimizer drop down, and it's very simple. You have 4 options. So we have Decimate 5%. What this does is it adds a Decimate modifier of 0.95 to all objects, all meshes in the scene. So right now we have like 1,000 meshes in this scene, and this is really where I got the idea to make the add-on, because I thought, hey, you know, I want to add a decimator modifier to every single object, but there's not really a way to, there's not a smart way to do it. You have to sort of select one at a time. So basically what that does, if I click this once, it's just added a decimate modifier to every object. So if we go over to my modifiers, basically it'll bring in one decimator modifier to every single object that's in your scene. And you can do, this is sort of a sneak peek, but you can definitely do more than one. So if you wanted to, if you knew, like if you look down here to the your vertices, right now I think we started with like 520,000, but if we do this again, it's going to add another modifier to every single object. And if you watch this 474, it goes down to 459, and you could, you know, continue to do this. As far as I know, there's no real problem with stacking the modifiers like this, and I've been testing it, and there hasn't been any issues. I mean, that's one way that you could very quickly optimize a scene, the entire scene. So basically, it's just adding a modifier, and it's just doing 0.95. That's all it's doing, but it's doing it to every single object. So that's where it really helps, especially when you have 1,000 objects and you want to non-destructively add a modifier to all those. The other button we have is this Decimate 25%, and this is a very big one, so I don't really recommend that, to be honest, especially when you have this many objects. If you have like a few objects, then yeah, go ahead and push it. It does the same thing, it just does it at 0.75 ratio instead of 0.95. And then this is probably my favorite one, Join Mesh by Material. So right now, if I hide all the empties, you can see how many meshes we have here. We have at least 700, I think. We're still going down. I see 500, 600, 700. Yeah, so at least 700 different meshes right now, and that's 700 different draw calls if this were in a game engine or something else. So what this does is it just finds all of the objects that share the same material, and it joins those. So if I push this, instead of having 700 and these objects, we see 1361 objects. Now we have 561 objects, and yeah, like less than 20 meshes. That's great. That's really nice. And then I should also say, this becomes a lot easier to manage your decimating as well, because now you only have, you don't have 1,000 objects to go through. You just have this, just a few. So makes it a lot easier. Than if you can get away with it, it makes it easier to then go in and further optimize as needed. What remove doubles does, if you're not familiar, I'm not sure if any of the objects in this, like what the situation is with this particular scene, but basically there's a lot of times, especially going from program to program, sometimes you get there are doubles that are created, meaning that 2 vertices are sitting right on top of each other, and even if it's not coming from program to program, that still can be an issue. So I'm going to open up the console here so we can see what's happening. If I push remove doubles, we won't really see much of a difference. So if I push this, it's removing our doubles, but you can see here it removed 43,000 vertices. These are vertices that you wouldn't be able to see the difference. Even if I found some in here, you wouldn't be able to tell that they were removed, that 43,000 vertices removed. So they're sort of like hidden vertices that you don't need. So yeah, so that's it. That's all this add-on does for now, but I do plan on developing it further. There are definitely some things I need to figure out. One of the main things I need to figure out up front is how to control Z, because right now there's no way to control Z. So for now, one thing you could do if you are going to use this plugin or this add-on is to save the project, and then if you do something and you want to undo, just revert, and it'll go back to the last time you saved. So especially if you're going to decimate by 25%, I highly recommend that you save it before you push decimate 25, and if it's not what you want, then you revert. So anyway, I hope this was helpful. I hope you enjoy this add-on, and if you have any ideas to improve this add-on, or if you're a Python developer and you have some ideas how I could make it a little bit more efficient, I'm definitely open for the suggestions. All right, take care.